Hey YouTube, Texas Gear Reviews here. So we are going to do a review on the Goal Zero. This is the Guide 10 Plus Solar Recharge Kit. So it includes the Guide 10 Plus and the Nomad 7 solar panels. We'll go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way. I did an unboxing for this over on Rando Survivor, and I'm going to be doing some testing over there as well. I'll give you the results over here that I have so far. But it isn't a whole lot. We'll be doing the other tests throughout this week. We finally getting sunshine around here where I can use the solar panels a little bit more. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way. Like I said, this is going to be on the Nomad 7. Solar capacity on this 7 volts, 7 watts. Weighs 0.8 pounds or 362 grams. Outputs are USB port 5 volt up to 1 amp, mini solar port 6.5 volt up to 1.1 amp, and the solar port is 15 volts up to 0.3 amps. These are the specs on the Guide 10, which is the battery bank. You can use AA or AAA. Weighs 0.4 pounds or 181 grams, and that is with the AA batteries. It's 2.5 inches by 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Dimensions on the Nomad 7 are 9 inches by 1.5 inch by 6.5 inch. Back to the Guide 10. Inputs USB mini port 5 volts up to 0.8 amps. Solar port 6.5 volts up to 1.5 amps. And the mini solar port is 6.5 volts up to 1.1 amps. Output again for AA, AAA. USB standard ports 5 volts up to 1 amp, and the flashlight on this Goal Zero will last 100+ hours. Alright, so just to show you what it comes with, you do get 4 AAA batteries in the Goal Zero Guide 10. You also get this adapter for AAA batteries. However, you don't get the batteries with it. I think the batteries were like an extra $6 or $7, something like that, maybe 5, somewhere in there. Comes with a little zipper pocket on the back. They do give you the 12 volt car adapter and then the charger for the Guide 10. On the back here, this is the plug you plug into your Guide 10 to charge it off the solar panels. This is your 12 volt charger, which plugs in to this here. And then here's your USB charger to charge directly off the solar panels. You can charge your USB devices without the battery pack, so you can have this charged up for night and be charging your devices off of the USB port during the day. Let's talk about how much power this thing holds, and this is going for the, I believe this is the Guide 10. So this is going to be the specs on the Guide 10 on what it'll charge. It'll charge, and I've tested these, it'll charge my iPod here about 4 times. It'll charge this thing off this. It'll charge a smartphone. It'll charge it at least 1 time. Mine wasn't completely dead and it still had a little bit of juice left in the Guide 10, so I'm going to say 1 full cycle charge on a smartphone, or like an e-reader, a small e-reader. It'll charge it 1 time as well. Now I have a Samsung tablet, the 10.1, and it's pretty large. It'll give it a 25% boost. So if it's a 75% battery, it'll fully charge that device 1 time on the Goal Zero. Built-in LED. That LED, it actually states that it'll last 150+ hours per charge on here, and you can see there's your LED. So it's not super bright, but it'll last a long time if that's all you're using this for. Nomad 7. Okay, this is going to be on the solar panels. The Nomad 7 will charge the Guide 10 in about 3 hours of full sunlight. Or you can charge this thing off of a USB port from your computer or what have you, and it takes about twice as long. It takes about 6 hours. So these solar panels are kind of strong. They're fairly strong. The solar panels will also fully charge a smartphone that's dead, and it states that it'll do it in about an hour, I believe. That's not true. It actually took quite a while. It was about 4 or 5 hours of constant sunlight to get my smartphone to charge. But this will charge your smartphone. The Guide 10 will charge your smartphone with the AA's in just about an hour. It's actually a very quick charge off these. I don't know why that is, but these charge your smartphone really fast. Alright, let's talk about something that they don't go over. 18650s, a lot of us use them. Those of you who don't see, you can see how much bigger this battery is compared to a AA. It's fairly large. Now I use the the X-Star Intelligent charger, which it's a USB charger. I just use the same wire that they provide with the Goal Zero kit. It'll charge an 18650 off 4 AA's. It'll charge one that is fully dead, and it'll charge another one about halfway. So about 1.5 charges on 18650s out of the Guide 10. It took me, which it was almost dead. The 18650 was almost dead when I tested this, and I tested it off of the Nomad 7 panels. It took, I have it written down somewhere, but I want to say it was right around 3 hours, 3.5 hours, somewhere right in there, and it was good sunlight to charge one 18650 battery off the USB port on the actual solar panels themselves. So not too bad. It will keep your batteries charged up if nothing else. Again, these are the AAA's. I haven't done any testing with these yet. I have used them in my UCO Claris, which takes 3 AAA's, and it seemed to be a lot as bright as it is with Energizer batteries, and a lot brighter than it is with cheap dollar store batteries. So I don't know why it is, but they do get a little bit brighter with the Goal Zero, and it's about the same as the Energizer batteries we buy. So not too bad on the AAA's. I don't have times like run times or anything on those. We'll be doing some testing with those as well. We're just gonna take our time with this thing and have a little bit of fun with it. So I guess we could open it up, show you the solar panels. And again, the instructions are actually printed inside of this thing, which is great. It has a magnet, which is fairly heavy duty. And then it has these loops all around it, so you can hang it off your pack, hang it off a tree, different things like that. You can see it's 2 solar panels, and the cool thing about this is you can purchase these solar panels. Just the solar panels are right around $60, $70, somewhere in there. They're not too expensive. And you can daisy chain these solar panels together on this chain input. So you just plug it in here, and then you plug in your next set of solar panels, and you're working with twice as much power, which is kind of cool. I don't have any plans on buying another set of solar panels. This is going to be it. I don't know, maybe further down the road we might look into buying another set and daisy chaining them and doing some testing with them. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. That's about all I have on it right now. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of testing videos over on Rando Survivor for this thing, and I'll definitely come back and do an update for you guys that aren't subscribed up over there. I'll come do an update over here and let you guys know exactly how well this thing works, for one, but we'll be having more times on charging. We're going to do some testing with the AAA and have times on those like we do the AA, and just general information on it. We'll have more information. We'll come post that up over here as well. I really like this thing so far. I can say that I love it. It hasn't failed me yet. Even in low light, it does charge. It doesn't charge as fast as it would if it was in full sunlight, but even on a cloudy day I can still get a charge out of these solar panels, so that's a big plus for me. The fact that it came with the Guide 10, came with a battery, so battery bank, which a lot of them don't now. Sometimes when you buy the solar panels you have to buy your batteries separate, and this thing will charge other battery banks as well. We tried my buddy's Anchor on it, and it was charging it. We don't know how long it would take because we didn't sit there and wait, but it was charging his Anchor battery bank, so it'll charge other battery banks as well. You can buy these solar panels separate, as I said. You don't have to get it with the Guide 10 Plus here. And they sell a whole array of accessories with this thing: lights, light strips, all kinds of stuff. Little lanterns that plug into it and charge off of it, or you can run directly off of the Guide 10 with them. So just a whole bunch of accessories with it, and they have some bigger systems as well. I think next we're going to be looking into the Sherpa, which is quite a big system, but it would be good for, you know, bugging out in a vehicle or something like that, or just having backup battery power in your vehicle even. So we may be looking into those as well. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.